Today, Schiff was holding closed-door impeachment hearings on Capitol Hill. A group of Republican members of Congress, led by Matt Gaetz of Florida, showed up and demanded to be let inside. Watch.
If behind those doors they intend to overturn the results of an American presidential election, we want to know what's going on. We're going to go and see if we can get inside. So let's see if we can get in.
Gaetz and other members ultimately delayed today's hearing by about 5 hours. Congressman Matt Gaetz joins us tonight in studio. Congressman, thanks so much for coming on.
Good to be with you.
So what was the purpose?
We had the audacity to want to know what in the world was going on behind closed doors, where Democrats have engaged in a strategy of secret interviews, selective leaks, theatrical, weird performances of transcripts that never happened, and then lies about whistleblowers. And so it's reasonable to suggest that we would want more transparency on behalf of the millions of people that we represent.
Do you have a right under congressional rules to demand it?
There are no rules, Tucker. If we had rules, Nancy Pelosi would have put this issue to a vote and established rules like happened for President Clinton, like happened for President Nixon. But the Democrats want to preserve the most operational flexibility. And so if they're going to have a world with no rules, we got to stop thinking that we can use the Marquis of Queensberry rules of engagement when we're fighting against an angry pack of rabid hyenas. And that's what we're facing. And I think the president's right. As Republicans, we need to be tougher in exposing this for the kangaroo court that it is.
Can you impeach a president without holding a vote?
That seems to be the Democrat strategy to date. And really what they're trying to do is
Can you
avoid
pass
the
laws
mistakes.
without voting on them now?
Well, I mean, we appropriate money all the time without voting on it. Just a few people show up in the middle of the night and spend millions of dollars. But Democrats have learned a lesson from Russia. In the Russia investigation, they did hold open hearings. We saw Robert Mueller in his failure to adequately defend his report. We saw the Corey Lewandowski hearing, which was just a total disaster for Democrats. And so they've moved away from allowing to have cross-examination, thorough review, check testimony against documents and timelines, and they're just trying to use the natural advantage they have with the mainstream media to have secret interviews and selective leaks, and they're trying to pollute the American electorate with these lies about the president.
Is there any way for the rest of us following at home to know what's going on inside?
Members of Congress need to hear from their constituents. The American people need to demand more transparency. And I think, look, regardless of what people think about President Trump, it is a legitimate question to ask, why does President Trump not get the same due process from Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats that Newt Gingrich and the Republicans gave President Clinton?
I mean, how long can this go on?
I think that they don't really want an extended process because they can't withstand any review of the facts for a long period of time. I think we're on a rocket docket to impeachment in the House. I think impeachment was a functional certainty the moment that Nancy Pelosi grabbed that gavel, because the radical left today cannot win a fair debate or a fair election. And so everything is about trying to deplatform and destroy those who champion the America First agenda. And we've just got to stop reading and reacting. We've got to be, I think, very proactive in terms of exposing this corruption to the country.